Hi, it's Jennifer, and I wanted to do a Lemtrada update video. I shot one about a month ago, and I posted it, and ultimately made it private because I went back and watched it, and it was ridiculous and rambling, and I hadn't done one since 1 month post, and I thought that I was ready to do it, and I don't think I was. It was rambling and just a mess. So I apologize for anybody that did watch it. Um, let's see. My infusion was October 5th through the 9th. I am 7.5 months now, and I have some things to share. I wanted to do an update sooner than now. But I really just, I don't know, couldn't do it. I've gained weight, so that doesn't make me happy. And I have had a lot of cognitive fuzziness and cog fog that I am now taking. What am I taking? Provigil. I started that about, well, less than a month ago, and I think it's helping. I seem to have longer periods of feeling sort of with it throughout the day. But anyway, let's see. I did an update at 1 month post, and so I gave, all the, and I did a video after my actual infusion about how those days had gone. At 1 month, I think I'm not sure if the fatigue had started yet. I think, well, actually, I think it started at 4 weeks, and it was really bad for a while, but it wasn't. It wasn't for me to the point where I slept and slept all day and night. I never couldn't get out of bed. I would get to the point, I don't know, 2 or 3 times a day for a while, where the fatigue would hit me and I would just have to get in bed. If I didn't, if I didn't like lay down and close my eyes for a period of time, I would, it would affect me cognitively really bad too. So it would just get to a point where I had to shut down for like an hour, but then I would get up and feel fine. That lasted probably, let's see, well, 4 months, at least 5 months. Um, well, I'm sorry, this is still kind of all over the place. I did go through the 4 month slump that people talk about, where the fatigue got worse, my symptoms sort of, my days were just harder, kind of like pre-Lemtrada, but not as bad even as pre-Lemtrada. Just bad for how I had been doing since Lemtrada up to that point. And I think at exactly 5 months, I started getting better from that. So, I think that happens to a lot of people. The biggest thing for me is that I have not gone through the worse before better that a lot of people talk about. And I thought that I would. I really expected that I would have a hard time even getting through the infusion. And then I imagined myself, unable to get out of bed for 6 months after that. I had no idea how it would affect me, being at the level of disability that I am, with the challenges that I have, which are many. but it did not affect me like that. I felt, like I said, at a month, good right after the infusion. I felt great for the first, let's see, October, November, December, fantastic. That was 3 months. January was pretty good, was good too. February, I think that was 4 months. So February, well, mid-January to mid-February probably was the worst, I guess, but it still wasn't so bad. I never couldn't take care of myself. I never couldn't get out of bed. I surprisingly, it did not affect me at all the way that I expected it to. And I had and still have the ability to stand up straight for longer and straighter than prior to Lemtrada. My hands are working, especially my right hand, better most of the time. Like, I don't know, 80-90% of the time probably. I had tingling and numbness in my right hand prior to Lemtrada, but it was recent. It had started since I had been on Tecfidera. I had all kinds of new things happen. It's not gone, but it's way almost gone. And some days it is gone. And I'm sure that you've seen that I posted that I can do my hair now. Nothing fancy, but just the fact that I can comb it and put it up on my own is unbelievable after years of, having to wait for somebody to come and be able to do my hair. Oh, what else? My spasticity is worse, for sure, in my legs. It's really frustrating. I'm trying to figure out what to do about it. I take baclofen already. I don't want to take more. I already take 80 milligrams of baclofen a day. And it's not, I don't know, it's not really, I don't know if it's not working anymore, or I don't know. If it would be worse without it, I don't know. My doctor mentioned, my neurologist mentioned Botox, which I do not want to do. I have just bad visions of them hitting the wrong spot and me not being able to stand or transfer for a period of time. But I need to probably do something. I can't get in the car without somebody to help me. My legs are they won't bend, and I'm not strong enough to get them into the car on my own. So it's really frustrating. I had been able to do that prior to Lemtrada, and I really want to get back there. Another big thing that I really hope to be able to do is wash my own hair. I haven't been able to for years. I couldn't get my hands up here, and if I did, this hand wouldn't do anything. It would be like a club. It wouldn't do anything. I think that depending on, what time of day or whatever I try to take a shower, I plan to try, and hopefully I will be able to do that. What else? I videotape myself in the mornings when I make coffee, because I try to stand and stand the whole time. And, in the very beginning, maybe a week after my infusion, I was in the kitchen and I stood to get my daughter a plate, and I was able to start moving dishes around in the cabinet. Was an upper cabinet, which I had not been able to do in years. I just can't even remember when I was able to get in an upper cabinet like that. well, I can do that all the time now. I don't know if it's true for everybody, but I tend to forget what a big deal some of the things that I can do now are. It was just this feeling of amazement the first time that it happened, and then when you're able to do it, you sort of forget, what a big deal it is. But it's a big deal. I think in the big picture, everything is easier. Showering is easier, getting dressed is easier. I, can like put lotion on now, and I haven't been able to for a long time. I can wash my face and put lotion on my face, and um, just, I don't know. It seems like such little things, but little things were big challenges for me for a long time. I let's see, I'm 7.5 months, I said, and I am still. I'm not going backwards. I'm not. I haven't had. I hate to even say this out loud because every time I do, I jinx myself. But I have not. I had one bad day where I woke up and had a hard time getting out of bed, and I thought, oh no, with 6 months and it's going to stay this way. But it didn't. I had a bad day, and it was more challenging than it has been. But the next day I woke up and got out of bed easily, did what I do daily, easier, more easily. I don't know how to say that. Let's see what else. Specifically, the spasticity is worse. That's really the only thing that I can say is worse. Really. I think I mentioned all the things that are better and the things that I can do now that I couldn't do before. I never expected to be able to do anything that I couldn't do before. I, just hoped that it would keep me from becoming bedbound, which is pretty much where I was headed, faster than my normal progression had been. Since I tried a couple of the orals and did some other medications, I just was headed downhill fast. And I don't know, Lemtrada was kind of my last ditch effort, and it really seems to have been a great thing for me. I can't say that, other people should do it. I know that people are scared, especially being more disabled, are afraid of being any worse. I was terrified. Had I gotten any worse, I would have been bedbound for however long I stayed that way. So I was terrified of that, and I know how lucky I am that didn't happen to me. And I obviously can't say that it wouldn't happen for somebody else. Everybody is so different. I just know that if I hadn't have taken Lemtrada, I have no idea where I would be right now physically. Anyway, I think that's a little bit more helpful information that people might want to know. This video is way too long, and I am so sorry. I'm maybe not as clear-headed as I thought I was, but I hope this helps. If anybody, you have any questions, post a comment, send an email. If you would like to get a hold of me, I'm on the Lemtrada for MS Facebook page every day, pretty much. Anyway, good luck to all of you. I wish nothing but the greatest experience from having this treatment. Thanks.